All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise unto Yahweh Shem Shai for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the gospel is truth. Here, bear with me just a second. I'm gotta find my seat. There we go. Um, I just wanted to do a video, real quick, um, going over how I spent $1,000 on emergency preparedness. And the reason I'm doing this is just to give everybody an idea on what they can do for themselves and their families. Okay, now each of us have different financial situations. Some of us are, some of us are well off. Okay, maybe got $1 million in our bank account, but the other of us, which is, myself, be working for $8 an hour, maybe only work for, I don't know, 3 days a week, which was my, current situation. Before I even get into what I bought, I want to give a little bit of advice. For anybody who is in, financial struggle, which here's a joke for y'all. What is a struggle that every one of us goes through? Here's the answer: financial struggle. But anyway, back to serious talk. Here's a little tip for anybody on how I, Yasha, working my $8 an hour job. And keep in mind, I only work 8 hours a week. Okay, making I work 3 days a week, making 8 an hour. Slovakia. But yeah, I work 3 days a week, sometimes 4, but mostly 3, making 8 an hour. Okay, and I don't get to keep all that. Okay, but anyway, I digress. This is what I did. Okay, and this is how I saved myself $4,500 in less than 18 months. Okay, this is my little secret. What I did is every $5 bill I kept. I would even deliberately go out of my way to, when I go to the store, I might buy something for, 5, but I used a $20 bill. So I buy something for 5. He's going to give me, let's just say I buy something for $4.80. So he's going to give me $15.20 back. So I might ask him, hey, can you give me all 5s? Don't say, yeah, sure, man, that's fine. Or, from where I'm from, yeah, dog, that's fine. Uh, anyway, so he gives me, the 15 and 5s. So what I do with that is I take that and I put that into my little savings. Now, whether I don't recommend it being a bank account, of course, because, look at Venezuela. All right, and then look at what happened over in what was it? Beirut, Lebanon. Yeah, over there where the explosion happened. The ATMs got shut down for a while over there. So people were only able to take out limited amount of money at a time. But guess what? If they would have been prepared, they would have had it under their bed or, in the closet or, buried underground. Which that's actually good, way to preserve your wealth. But anyway, I digress. Let's see, what was I saying? Anyway, what I did is you take that money, the $5, right? Every $5 bill you get, you put that to the side and you don't spend it. But then you also take the coins. You take the coins and you put the coins away. Okay? You have one jar that pennies go in, and you have another jar that all the other coins go in. Okay, so I did this for 19 months. Okay, say for an example, when I cash my check, I always get a couple 5s just so I have to put them away. And then, when I buy something, I once in a while would ask for a 5. Okay? So then for 18 months of doing that, I ended up saving in fives. I saved, about, what was it? About $3,500, 3,500, something like that. And then, in my coin jar, I saved little over $1,000. Yeah, a little over $1,000 I saved in coins. Okay, so pretty much it comes up to $4,500. Okay, so that's my little advice to anybody, that if you are working, a poor job in a poor condition, it is possible to make an emergency fund. I'm living proof. I saved $4,500 in less than 2 years by living off $8 an hour, working 3 or 4 days a week. Okay, so it can be done to make an emergency fund, and I'm proof of it. Okay, so we all shouldn't have an excuse. However, some of us suffer more than others, so, just as a personal thing, I suppose, at the end of the day. So yeah, that's just, what I did with that is I took $500 and I invested $500 into silver. Now keep in mind, I wish I would have done it a year before because the price was like $20. But at the time, the spot price of silver was 27. So I met with a dealer. He wanted 30 a coin. So I was like, I suppose that's fine, because we all thought it was going to go up a little bit to like 35, because gold went up to gold was up past 2,000 at the point when I was buying the silver. Then recently, silver dropped back down to like 22, but then it's up to like 26 today. So it goes around. But you know what? The way I look at it is, even though I paid 30 a coin, 30 for 1 ounce coin, I got about, let's see, I got I believe it was 13 1 ounce coins. So I was like 390 for it. I got 14 1 ounce coins. So it's over 400 for that. And then I got another I got 16 90% silver quarters, which I think I overpaid for those, because I paid 100 for 16 quarters. But the way I look at it is, it will always be worth something when the dollar is worth nothing. So sometimes you have to overpay in certain situations, which is more complex than that, because some of the coins are actually from the time of the Great Depression. So that is value in itself. But I spent a couple $100 on silver, about $500 to be exact, on silver. And then I spent another $1,000 on emergency preparedness, and I'm gonna tell you how I did that. And sorry to keep you all waiting 9 minutes into the video to get into the stuff. What I did, and this is a little bit of an advantage, or in other words, tide tips in my favor. Just 2,000 feet from my house is the the Delaware River. Right? So I mean, quite literally, the tide tips in my favor. You got the Delaware River down there. And the reason why I'm mentioning that, and why it's of such importance, is because that is a food source. There are creatures, inside joke, creatures that live inside of that pond. Alright, I shouldn't call it a pond, it's a river. But there's creatures that live in there, right? Creepy creatures of the darkness. And fish and stuff in there that you can eat. But then there's water, which you can purify the water. But what I did is I bought 5 filters. Yeah, you heard me right. 5 filters. Now here's the kick. I only paid, I want to say $110 for all 5 of those. You know what? Let's even be fair. Let's say, because I suppose there is tax involved. Let's just say 130. Let's just say that. Okay, I'm sure it's less than that, but let's just say 130 for the 5 filters. Filtering, ironically enough, I choose that word. Filtering in, or including, or adding, whatever word one might want to use. But filtering in the tax that's involved. I bought a few of the Life Straws, and I bought a couple of the Sawyer Minis. And for anybody who does not know what that is, go on YouTube, which is what you're watching this video on, and you can look up in the search bar Life Straw review or Sawyer Mini review, and you will see what I bought. And I would tell you, I absolutely am going to tell you, buy a few of those right now. Buy those, put them away, put them in your bug out bag, put them under the bed, put them in the closet. That's going to be very valuable, man. That's going to be worth its weight in gold one day. Okay? Because when water supply runs out, you can rely on that to filter water for you. Okay? You can rely on it. It will work. Okay, so I bought 5 of those. Then what I did is I bought about 3 months. I would say 3 months worth of canned food. And that's why I put the canned food picture on the video here. I spent about $500 on it to get 3 months, or at least 2.5 months at least, depending on how much you eat. I got canned food, ranging anywhere from canned chicken, tuna, beans, Chef Boyardee, or as I call him, Chef Piscatio, inside joke, which I actually know somebody looks like that guy. But anyway, yeah, I spent $500 on 3 months of canned food, okay, and then I spent another $100 on, I got a bag of rice, a 20-pound bag of rice. I want to say 8 things of peanut butter, like, the Great Value peanut butter. I want to say the medium size, not the small, not the huge, the medium size containers. I got some fishing supplies. I had a pole, but I got some bobbers, hooks, sinkers. What are they called? Weights or sinkers, I believe they're called. Y'all can correct me in the comments. But yeah, I got all that. I got some duct tape. Of course, I got water. I got a couple months supply of water. Well, 2 months supply, because it depends on how much you drink, because you need a lot of that to survive. But that's why you also have the filters. That's why you have the filters. Because you need it to, as I said, I got lucky. I live right by the stream, so, I'm all good there. But the next man might not be. But anyway, what I also did is, of course, I hit up local Dollar Tree and probably spent about, $200 there prepping with stuff. And let me give this a little example. What I did is I spent probably $30 on baby wipes. And guess what? You cannot find them now. The ones I bought, you cannot find them in the dollar store. I went to 8 different dollar stores, and none of them have them. And I went because I wanted to get more, but they don't have them anymore. Okay, they don't have them. So I stocked up on 20 of them while I could. Okay, and guess what? They came in great use. Well, for obvious reasons, but, they have a multiple different, level of usage. Okay, they have different levels of usage. Okay, except for the one, that they were designed for. But they're always something good to have. Okay, because you notice you can't find the wet wipes anywhere. So always have baby wipes. I spent some money on some hand sanitizer. Not because I would use it, but always a good bartering item. Okay, you got some sugar, some, salt, pepper. That's something to stock up on is, spices for your food. Okay, and when I was even at Walmart, I saw, what was it? Those emergency 48-hour buckets. I looked at it, I picked it up to see what's on it. I wasn't going to buy it because, hey, ain't nobody got no $20 for that. Why would I buy something that I have to use water in to make, but it's only going to last me 2 days? But yet I could take that $20 and stretch that to get me meals for a whole week. So you got to take these things into consideration sometimes, man. Okay, you got to be very skillful. Okay, that's just how I look at it. Okay, so pretty much that is what I did with 1,000. I suppose one could say 1,500 because silver, that was 500 in itself. But you know what? That's a lifetime investment right there. That will always be worth money. Okay, that will always be worth money. That's just the way I look at it. Even though I might have paid a little much for each coin, it will always be worth money at the end of the day. And in a grid down scenario, that is going to be worth more than, having a stack of, 10,000 bills. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to take all that into consideration and build off that. You know what I mean? That's just the way I look at it. But you know what? Let me also say this. This weekend, October, I believe it's, the 3rd or 4th. I'm actually having or it might be next weekend. I'll have to look into it again. But they're doing a yard sale around here, so I might chip in and, sell some old stuff that you don't need. And, you can take that money and go prep with that money. Okay, take that yard sale money that, by selling stuff you don't need anymore and go buy some more preps. Okay, go buy some more canned food. Okay, you can never go wrong with that. Okay, you can never go wrong with having enough food. Okay? Pretty much that's all I wanted to speak about here. You can, feel free to share your thoughts down below. If you think I should have done anything differently, you can, share your thoughts down there. You have any, recommendations that I should, prep for before, this coming end of the year. You are free to share your comments down below. I will respond. Well, that is as long as YouTube gives me the notification. Because sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching. And, I'm going to say shalom.